What's up everyone, welcome to Movieverse, the channel which tries to keep you updated on every latest info and development in MCU. And this video is very special because this video is about the first Muslim superhero not only in MCU but in whole world, and her name is Kamala Khan. So if you want to know who is Kamala Khan and how she becomes Miss Marvel, what are her powers or what is special about her suit, what's her weakness, who is her love interest, and how will she be introduced into MCU? To know all this, just stay tuned for next few minutes to know everything about the first representative of Muslim community in superhero world. So let's start. Kamala Khan is created by Sana Amanat, Stephen Wacker, G. Willow Wilson, Adrian Alphona and Jamie McKelvey. Kamala Khan first appeared in 2013 in Captain Marvel comics. And then in February 2014, whole comic book series based on Kamala Khan aka Miss Marvel was released. And soon after her comics hitting the bookshops, she became a fan favorite. And cause of her popularity, Marvel is now planning to launch her in movies as well. So soon, Kamala will be seen saving the world from the evil in MCU.
And then you will see her in our films.
So before I tell you what's her origin story, let me just give you a glance of her family background and her life before she became a superhero. So her parents Yusuf Khan and Muniba Khan along with her elder brother Amir Khan moved from Karachi, Pakistan to America. Kamala is a 16-year-old Pakistani-American girl born in Jersey City. And like all Asian parents, her parents are strict too. I mean rules and regulations. And like every teenage kid, Kamala likes to break those rules. Even though Kamala is teased and mocked by her fellow students. But she is proud and respectful for her heritage and her faith. Kamala is a fan of Carol Danvers aka Captain Marvel. Actually, she idolizes her and wants to be like Captain Marvel. And the main reason Kamala becomes a superhero lies in her latent Inhuman genes. Yes guys, she is the descendant of Inhumans. Now you might want to know who are Inhumans, right? Don't worry, I'll explain ahead in this video. Kamala has got two best buddies. First one is Nakia and the second one is Bruno. Bruno is the integral part of Kamala's life. She met Bruno in her second grade. Bruno and Kamala grew up together. Bruno is Italian and is living with his grandparents. Bruno's family financial condition was not so very good. Therefore, Kamala's parents paid his school fees. Both Bruno and Kamala formed a close bond because of a shared immigrant background. By the way, Bruno loves her. Now as Kamala grew older, fellow students started mocking her for her nerdy interests and strict parents. These bullies, I tell you, every kid has to face them. They don't even spare superheroes. Even Peter Parker was bullied. Life of a teenage student is a tough road. And one day there was a party held at Jersey waterfront. And Kamala was strictly told by her parents to not to go to that party. And like every 16-year-old kid, Kamala didn't give a damn what her parents tell her. Hoping to prove herself to be like every American fun-loving kid, Kamala went to that party against her parents' wish. At party, her classmates Zoe Zimmer and Zoe's boyfriend Josh Richardson kept teasing and ostracizing her. Miserable Kamala was on her way back to home when Jersey City was covered completely in Terrigen mist. And that mist also covered Kamala in it. Because of Terrigen mist, a cocoon formed around Kamala. And Kamala is unconscious while this whole process is going on. And during that, she had a vision of her favorite superheroes, which include Captain America, Iron Man and her idol Captain Marvel. And they all scolded her for disobeying her parents. And asked her what she wanted to be in her life. Kamala thought carefully and she answered that she wants to become like her idol Captain Marvel. And when that vision ended, she came out of her Terrigenesis. And she was shocked to see she had literally transformed into young Carol Danvers in her Ms. Marvel costume. Now some of you might be thinking, what is Terrigen Mist? And why it transformed Kamala into Ms. Marvel? Terrigen crystals were first formed on Earth's moon near the city of Attilan. And when Terrigen crystals are exposed to the correct temperature, they react to produce the Terrigen mist vapors, which blanketed Kamala and the whole Jersey City. And this Terrigen mist activates the latent genes of Inhumans, resulting in giving them different powers. This mist does give powers to Inhumans, but it can kill mutants. And you will be glad to know it doesn't harm human beings like you and me. So Kamala only became Ms. Marvel because she was Inhuman. Now let me tell you who are Inhumans and how they came into existence. A long time ago, Kree were experimenting on primitive humans to create soldiers to fight for them in intergalactic war. But Kree ended their experiment and left the Earth, and the test subjects and their descendants went on to form a society of their own, which is called Inhumans. Now, after educating you enough on Terrigenesis and Inhumans, let's go back to our story where Kamala came out of her cocoon. And now Kamala has become Ms. Marvel. And after some struggle, Kamala gains control of her new powers. Kamala discovers she is a polymorph, and she can change her body into virtually anything. Kamala eventually found herself back at the waterfront, where she saw drunk Josh Richardson causing Zoe Zimmer to fall into the river. Watching that, Kamala immediately changes into Ms. Marvel and saves Zoe by enlarging her arms to pull her to safety. And when she came back home, she was grounded by her parents for going against their wish. Actually, it was Bruno who told the Khans about Kamala going to that party without their permission. So that was the start, or shall I say the origin story of Ms. Marvel aka Kamala Khan. And now let's talk about the thing which every fan is always excited to know about, his or her favorite superhero. Yes, you are right, I'm talking about powers. And talking about powers, Kamala has bagged very interesting powers. And the first one is elongation, which means she can extend her limbs, torso or neck to great distances. And the second one is size alteration, which means she can get tall as any building and shrink to the size of an action figure. She can also make her body as thin as paper. And then comes accelerated healing factor. Kamala is capable of rapidly healing from injuries such as bullet wounds. However, use of other powers interrupts her healing power, so she has to maintain normal human appearance, which means no stretching or enlarging. Next one is appearance alteration, which means she can even copy anyone's physical appearance. Once she impersonated as Colonel James Rhodes during conversation with Tony Stark, but she don't use this power on frequent basis. She only used it thrice. And the last one is bioluminescence, which means Kamala's body emits glowing yellow light when she uses her morphogenic powers. And like every superhero, she has weakness too, which is electromagnetic pulses. Ms. Marvel's body is vulnerable to EMP. It can weaken her elasticity. Guys, do you know Kamala has got biokinetic polymer suit? Her suit is invented by her best friend Bruno as a part of his scholarship application. With this suit, she doesn't have to focus more on her clothing. Unfortunately, this suit is highly susceptible to damage by exposure to water. She also wears a pendant, which is actually a locator pendant. It was a gift given to her from Carol Danvers aka Captain Marvel. This necklace allows Kamala to signal Carol in emergency with just a push of a button, just like the pager which Carol gave to Fury in Captain Marvel. Now when will we get to see Ms. Marvel coming alive on screens? As we all know, last year Marvel announced that Ms. Marvel will get her own Disney Plus series and was supposed to start filming this summer but now postponed, all because of pandemic. And now it has been reported that soon after her debut on Disney Plus series, she will be appearing in movie. And it's speculated she will be appearing in next Captain Marvel movie, which is Captain Marvel 2. And Priyanka Chopra is the #1 contender to play Kamala Khan. But I doubt how will she be able to play a 16-year-old girl. So what will be her origin story in Disney Plus series? Will it be from comics or video game? Opposite of comics, in video game, Kamala gets her powers due to failed Terrigen crystals experiment of our beloved Avengers. And I personally feel the video game origin is more interesting and viable, cause Marvel Phase 4 will be cosmic based and it's possible Avengers will find Terrigen crystals while exploring the universe. So will it be comic based or video game based? We will have to wait for Ms. Marvel to debut on Disney Plus. And before I leave, I just want to give you one more interesting piece of information. Did you know Ms. Marvel's famous catchphrase "Ambiggen" has been added to Merriam-Webster dictionary? And Ms. Marvel's popularity was the main reason that inspired the editors to add "Ambiggen" as their new entry. So this was all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if yes, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.